Hi guys and welcome back to Inquisitive Thinking. I hope all of you are having a wonderful day. Topic of our today's video is Introduction to Quadratic Equations. But before we start, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe to it. So far we have covered two topics, namely polynomials and pair of linear equations in two variables. So make sure to check them out. Now the content of this video is quadratic polynomials versus quadratic equations. Second, general expression of a quadratic equation. Third is roots of a quadratic equation. And fourth, geometric meaning of roots of a quadratic equation. There are two prerequisites for this video. First is obviously your writing material. And second, please stay distraction free for at least next 30 minutes. If you are ready, then let's start. Our first topic is quadratic polynomial versus quadratic equation. We know a polynomial in which the highest degree of the variable is 2 is called a quadratic polynomial, which is expressed as p of x is equal to ax square plus bx plus c, where a, b and c are real numbers and a is not equal to 0. Now when we equate this quadratic polynomial p of x to 0, we get what we call a quadratic equation, which is expressed as ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a, b and c are real numbers and again a is not equal to 0. Now let's talk about the general expression of a quadratic equation and exploit it a little bit more. We know ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 and a, b and c are real numbers. A should not be equal to 0. If a were to be equal to 0, then the equation would be of linear form. Now let's look at some equations and see whether they are quadratic or not. For the reference purpose, I have written here the general expression of a quadratic equation. Our first example is 2x square plus 5x plus 3 is equal to 0. Here the degree of variable is 2. Since the whole equation is in the form of quadratic, so we can directly find the values of a, b and c by comparing the equations. Value of a is equal to 2, b is equal to 5 and c is equal to 3. So the above equation is a quadratic equation. Our second example is x plus 2 into 3x minus 1 is equal to 0. First, let's try to write the equation in the general form. What we have to do is just open the brackets and rearrange the terms. We'll get something like 3x square plus 5x minus 2 is equal to 0, which now can be compared to the general expression of the quadratic equation, and here the degree of variable is 2 and a, b and c are 3, 5 and minus 2 respectively. So we can say that above equation is a quadratic equation. Moving on towards our third example, that is x into x plus 1 is equal to x square plus 4x plus 3. Now if you just look at the right hand side of the equal sign, you'll see there is a term having x square. But before jumping on to conclusions and say that the equation is a quadratic equation, let's first try to write the equation in the general form. After opening the brackets, we'll have something like x square plus x is equal to, and right hand side will be the same. Now I'll take the terms on the left hand side of the bracket and shift them on the right hand side. Upon reduction and solving further, we'll get something like x plus 1 is equal to 0. Here the degree of variable is 1, not 2. And if we compare this given equation, the final equation, to the general expression of the quadratic equation, we'll have the values of a, b and c. A is obviously equal to 0 since there is no term having x square. B is equal to 1 and c is equal to 1. So the above equation is not a quadratic equation. Remember guys, if the equation has x square in it, doesn't always necessarily mean that it's a quadratic equation. You have to write the equation first in the general form and then after that you can say anything about the degree of the equation. Our fourth example is 4x square is equal to 9. Now the first thing we have to do is write the equation in the general form. What I did is I took 9 and shifted it on the left hand side of the equal sign. And now we have 4x square minus 9 is equal to 0. Here the degree of variable is 2. And if we compare the equation to the general form or general expression, we'll have the value of a, b and c. A is equal to 4. Since there is no term having x in it, value of b is equal to 0 and c is equal to minus 9. From this equation we conclude that b can be equal to 0. In the similar manner, c can also be equal to 0, or both of them can also be equal to 0 at the same time. But the condition says a should not be equal to 0. So even an equation just x square is equal to 0 is a quadratic equation, since in this equation value of a is equal to 1. So the above equation is a quadratic equation. Here are some practice questions for you to solve. Check them one by one whether they are quadratic equations or not. After you find the answers, just cross check them with the answers in the description of the video. Our next topic is roots of a quadratic equation. Now what is meant by the roots of a quadratic equation? The value or values of x that can satisfy the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 are called the roots of that quadratic equation. For example, 3x square plus 5x minus 2 is equal to 0 is the given quadratic equation. If we put x is equal to minus 2, the LHS becomes something like 3 into minus 2 whole square plus 5 into minus 2 minus 2. Upon further reduction, LHS ultimately becomes 0. So we can say that x is equal to minus 2 is a root of the given quadratic equation. Now remember guys, roots of a quadratic equation are also known as solutions of a quadratic equations. So sometimes instead of root, a question might ask for the solutions of a quadratic equations, and it means the same. By this time you must be thinking, what is the difference between a root of a quadratic equation and 0 of a quadratic polynomial? It's almost none. Actually the difference lies in the definition. Let's consider a polynomial 3x square plus 5x minus 2. For the different values of x, we get corresponding values of p of x. But those values of x for which p of x vanishes, it means becomes equal to 0, are called zeros of the polynomial p of x. Now let's consider the quadratic equation 3x square plus 5x minus 2 is equal to 0. The value or values of x which satisfy the above equation are called the roots or solution of the quadratic equation. Now in this table, I am not differentiating between 0 of quadratic polynomial and roots of quadratic equation. I am just showing how similar they are. For example, let's take the same polynomial p of x 3x square plus 5x minus 2. And for x is equal to minus 2 and x is equal to 1 by 3, p of minus 2 becomes 0 and p of 1 by 3 is also equal to 0. So minus 2 and 1 by 3 are said to be the zeros of the quadratic polynomial p of x. Remember, for different values of x, we'll get corresponding values of p of x. But only for these values of x, minus 2 and 1 by 3, p of x is equal to 0, or we can say that p of x vanishes. And these values of x for which p of x vanishes are called the zeros of the quadratic polynomial p of x. Now let's jump on to roots of quadratic equations. I'm taking the corresponding quadratic equation of this p of x. So we'll write 3x square plus 5x minus 2 is equal to 0. For x is equal to minus 2 and 1 by 3, LHS will always be equal to RHS. It means minus 2 and 1 by 3 are roots or solution of the quadratic equation. Remember, if we put different value of x other than minus 2 and 1 by 3, LHS will not be equal to RHS. In that case, that value of x will not be the root or solution of the given quadratic equation. It has to be either minus 2 or 1 by 3 for x to be a root of this quadratic equation. Now, geometric meaning of roots of a quadratic equation. To understand that, let's first draw a graph of quadratic polynomial x squared minus 2x minus 15. To plot the graph of the polynomial, let's write p of x is equal to y. So this is the exact representation, the exact graphical representation of the given polynomial. Now let us consider this point A, which has coordinates minus 5, 20. So x coordinate of point A is minus 5 and y coordinate of point A is 20. Now let's consider point B here. X coordinate of point B is 7 and y coordinate of point B is 20. So you see, for every value of x, we will get a corresponding value of p of x, that is the value of y. But our focus is p of x is equal to 0, that is y equal to 0. It means we are talking about those points where the graph of this given polynomial intersects x-axis, at those points where y is equal to 0. Let's call it point C and D. So the coordinate, x coordinate of point C is minus 3 and x coordinate of point D is 5. It means we can say that zeros of p of x are minus 3 and 5. Since at minus 3 and 5, p of x is equal to 0. It means p of x vanishes at x is equal to minus 3 and x is equal to 5. And roots of the corresponding quadratic equation x squared minus 2x minus 15 is equal to 0 are minus 3 and 5. So the roots of the corresponding equation, this x squared minus 2x minus 15 is equal to 0 are minus 3 and 5. We'll talk about more on graphical meaning of roots of quadratic equation when we study the nature of roots in future videos. Solve some questions from this topic from your main course book. We'll meet next time to discuss some methods for solving quadratic equations, which are namely factorization method, completing the square method, and using the quadratic formula. I'll meet you in the next one.